Okay, here's just a little short video. This is a crazy nice saxophone. This is a John Packer. I did a little research. They're getting kind of rave reviews. It looks exactly, I mean, we're talking exactly like a Yanagisawa 991 or a TW01, whatever you call it now, and which is like a $4,000 saxophone. So this is a fraction of that. So, I mean, we're talking 500 bucks. Virtually brand new condition. It's used. I think there's one little ding back here somewhere. I can't even find it. It's so small. But they're usually obliterated with dents on the back side. And look at the size of the bell brace here. So the Yanagisawa has a couple innovations that most people don't do, and one of which is an extra arm here. So when you press down the G sharp, it pushes up on this F sharp key, and this guy keeps it down. So it's like I call it a second parachute. So wonderful adjustment. Big oversized thumb rest in metal, and then they taper the key right into there, so you can go anywhere. Just marvelous. Sometimes I put a little patch on there just for a little traction, but and then of course the typical Yanagisawa underslung octave key. You're always grabbing the neck, and the first thing that gets bent is that over the top octave key. So this one's underneath and then double armed, so very, very strong. What else? And even goes past the Yanagisawa, whereas it has adjustment screws for every interaction on the horn. So there's an adjustment screw here, one here. You got the two down the middle. Where are they? Down here, and then the whole back side has adjustment screws for the bottom stack. You get a metal thumb rest instead of plastic. I put a little cushy there on it for the people like that. Key guard is, you can take it off if you want. A lot of student models were soldered completely together, and if you have a big smash here, you have to unsolder it, burn all the solder, then try to get back together. This has two screws here, two screws here, belt pops off, fix it, pop it back on again. No problem at all. Adjustable key heights, which you usually don't get on a student model. And the big thing is it's got what's called a rib construction as opposed to a post construction. On most student models, you have a little post here, a little post here, a little post here down, holding all the keys up. This has a solid rib. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, so you can see it here. There's a body, and then there's a rib, and then the keys are hard soldered to the rib, the rib soft soldered to the body. So instead of having a footprint of like, less than a quarter inch, you've got a couple inch all the way down the horn. So just usually get that only on top professional saxophones. It's more expensive, adds a little weight, but it also, you rarely ever have to adjust it because everything's so firmly attached to the horn, it can take a pretty good whack. So, and a lot of the older student horns don't have the tilter here. So on this horn, when you hit the C sharp, that B flat key just comes right down with it, and you just jump across. On some of them, you're up to a quarter inch gap between here and there, and it's almost impossible to get across. Nice pearly inlays on it. The front F key, instead of having to jump up to a button, is just a knuckle away. You just break your knuckle to it. So it makes it very fast to get up there. Palm keys are right out where you fit right into your palms. So it's very ergonomically friendly. And right down to that low B flat. Wonderful. Right down that low B flat, all the way up to a high F sharp key, which you don't get on a lot of student models. Again, they patterned it, and it looks exactly like the Yanagisawa, which is just one of the most popular horns in the world. So for somebody starting out, basically you're getting what I'd call an intermediate quality horn for less than the price of a good student horn. So again, they're getting really good reviews, and again, it's in wonderful, wonderful condition. Hardly a scratch on it. I saw a ding somewhere. Well, yeah, right here. There's just a little tiny, you can just kind of see it in the shadow. I mean, not even enough to worry about. But again, instead of $4,000, you could buy 8 of these. Put one in every room of the house. So we're going to play a couple of old tunes, actually just one, and then get on with business here. So anyhow, kind of get the idea. And if you notice, I can play from F sharp to G sharp. Instead of going, I can just hold that G sharp down, and with the adjustment correct, and just go right up to that G sharp without having to open it every time. Called the articulated G sharp, for those like to know. So again, every feature of a top pro model saxophone for a fraction of the price. It also comes in a really nice patriotic super lightweight but hard shell case in red, white, and blue. True America. Backpack straps for it are still in the case. So super protective but super light, and you can get back on the bicycle or a motorcycle and just stick it on your back and you're ready to fly. So the whole kit is very nice condition and just a crazy, crazy price for such a quality saxophone. So anyhow, any other inquiries, you can email me through the webpage www.stevegraysaxes.com. That's STEVEGRAY saxes.com. And you can see a bunch of other high-end instruments there. Don't have too many student models listed, but this is just an exceptional and wanted to show it to everybody. So again, John Packer student model saxophone, but with every aspect of a top-of-the-line and even more saxophone. Pads look like brand new. No dings in the bell, no dings in the bottom, no scratches on the back side. Crazy, crazy stuff. All right, well, I hope it finds a good home and hope to find it soon. All right, thanks. Bye now.